And we are back. It's been a minute because I was sick. I planned on having a video for wildcard weekend, but my health had other plans. But I'm well, I am back, and we're going to talk about the divisional round. Um, Pretty exciting. I'm anxious for these games just because my Eagles are playing, and even though I know in my heart that we should win, we have the talent to win, I'm scared. It's playoffs, you know. If it goes wrong, it's a bad look. It's really bad. So the nerves are definitely getting to me. But yeah, I'm excited to jump in these games. I think we're gonna have 4 really good games. So let's jump right in. The Jaguars and Chiefs. We're gonna go in chronological order here. Um, I think that this is an interesting game just because talent-wise, this is the Chiefs' day and night. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the receiving core is solid. The defense is actually pretty solid, especially with Chris Jones along that line. And the Jaguars, they got a young defense, really good front seven. Secondary is a little weak. Offense, Trevor Lawrence, he's a great young quarterback, but he makes those mistakes. And if you make a mistake against a team like the Chiefs, you can't really get him back like you can against the Chargers, especially with as many mistakes as they made early on. So I think I have the Chiefs winning this game, but in terms of how the Jaguars can keep it close, because I think they can keep it close. I think they're a team that's young and gritty enough, and they're well coached that they can definitely keep this close. How you do that is Travis Etienne. I think he's a really good young player, young running back. Run him some plays, run him some options. Really get him involved and get used to running the rock. Trevor Lawrence is gonna pass. They paid the receiving core a lot of money. They're gonna get the ball to him. But if you don't get the running game down, if you don't slow down the game for you, if you don't really make the defense tired, there's not much else you can do. So if you get Travis Etienne involved, get him running, get him big yards, and then do some passing and just limit mistakes, I think there's a chance you keep this close. Because you don't want to blow out. This is all about growing and getting better and stronger as a team. So, use that to keep close. Chiefs, all they gotta do is let Patrick do his thing, but don't feel the need to get too crazy, because we saw with the Broncos, turnovers can happen, and you don't want them to take advantage of any mistakes, because that's how young teams can creep in back into games. So yeah, I got the Chiefs in this one, but I am looking forward to the game because I'm a Jaguars fan, definitely. Coming into this, Giants and Eagles, my birds. The talk about this was Giants are playing good football. Eagles have been a little sloppy ending the season, and it's just I can give you a whole rant on why that's not legitimate in my eyes, but I think I'm going to hold it for right now because I don't think that's the purpose of this video. How about this? If you want me to have a video of ranting about the entire narratives of this playoffs and what's been going on, I can do that, because trust me, I have a whole rant, and I'm not just talking about this game, I'm talking every game. So if you want that, let me know, and if you want to see it, I'll do it. I'll be angry for 5 minutes. That could be fun maybe. But yeah, I think the talent gap here is great. It's greater than people wanna admit, because everyone wants to ride the Giants wave right now, which makes sense. It's an underdog. Everyone wants the underdog to win. I always root for the underdog. I always root for the team who's less likely to win, except of course in situations where I like the better team. But it's like, man, I think the idea that they think Hurts is like still like badly hurt, they're really pushing it. Like really pushing it. Like he's playing, guys. He's not on the injury report. If he wasn't ready to go, he wouldn't have played week 18. He wouldn't be completely off the injury report. Because we saw Lamar Jackson. He was still on it because he wasn't ready to go. Jalen's ready to go. He's not going to be like... they're not going to hold him back. It's the playoffs. Week 18, they held him back. When he ran, he would run for like 2 yards, and then he would slide way before so he didn't get hurt. He wasn't looking to run, so that closed the playbook a lot. He was still a little rusty, but, he got that rust off. He's full back into practice. I think it's going to be fine. Of course I'm scared because it's the playoffs, but I don't have the Giants with the upset. I have the Eagles winning. I think it could be close, but I think the Eagles do pull this out, and I do think that they erased out that there could be an upset alert here. That's my football beliefs. Me as a fan is terrified that the other way could happen, but I don't think there's enough there. Just because Eagles are kind of better across the board, except maybe running back. When it comes to playoffs, it's going to be like it's talent against talent. It's the trenches, and I think we win in the trenches. I think we win in the secondary. I think we win with the quarterback. I think our run game as a whole is better than their run game. Our running back might not be better, but yeah. So yeah, I got Eagles. Bengals, Bills. I have been going back and forth on this game for a while. For a long time. I don't know. So I'm just looking at it position-wise, talent-wise, and the thing that concerns me is the Bengals' injuries in the offensive line. I think they have 2 or 3 guys that aren't going to play tomorrow from their offensive line starters. And like with other starters, their offensive line is like, okay. But we saw what happened last year, how bad the offensive line was. Like, they got to the Super Bowl, but Joe Burrow got sacked like 9 times a game, right? Now you're playing the Bills with, I know last week wasn't pretty, but Josh Allen can throw that thing. He can throw that rock. He can make really good plays, and I know they're going to have a way better game plan than last week because Sean McDermott's a good coach. So yeah, I have, after going back and forth on this game, I do have the Bills coming out on top. I know they don't have Von Miller coming off the edge anymore, but I still think their D-line will overwhelm the offense, and I think they'll have enough to pull it out because, Joe Burrow's going to be under pressure. The run game for the Bengals has not been great. Joe Mixon has not been great. So I think I'm pretty comfortable picking the Bills after going back and forth this week. But I think it'll be a great game. And hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll see. All right, in the final game, we got the 49ers and the Cowboys. This is gonna be in Santa Clara. I think the 49ers play in Santa Clara. Yeah, I've been there. Duh. It's just weird when teams, they say their city says they play one place and then they don't actually play there. Like the Cowboys play in Arlington. The Giants play in New Jersey. You can go on and on, but I digress. So yeah, this is another tough one. I've been leaning Cowboys today. Kind of weird, especially coming from an Eagles fan. I'm kind of leaning Cowboys, and this is why, right? Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons and Brock Purdy is really my keys to the game. Brock Purdy last week did not impress me. He impressed a lot of people. He did not impress me. Watching that game, a lot of the big plays came from Christian McCaffrey, or he had Debo wide open, and then he did a lot of yards after catch, and he missed a lot of big throws that would have, I think, separated the game a lot earlier. Missed wide open throws, and when he tried to throw into tight coverage, it was ugly. He would either just miss it entirely or underthrow it. I think, he didn't look good. He had that one really good throw that was incomplete to Ayuk in the back of the end zone. I think that was his best throw of the game. But I think he was running around, breaking plays, and that was the Seahawks defense. You have to understand. I don't think you outrun Micah Parsons. I don't think you outrun DeMarcus Lawrence. We got to be real when we're talking about the step up of talent he's going to play in that defensive line, and how good the Cowboys defensive line is. And Purdy, he has a good offensive line, but he would wait, he would run around, he would run backwards in the pocket. You think that Micah Parsons is going to let him escape running 15 yards backwards? No, he's going to give you a 15-yard sack or more. It's not going to... I think this is when the Purdy stuff starts to fall a little. I made a TikTok. I'll have the TikTok linked below on how the 49ers decided reportedly that Brock Purdy will be the quarterback going into 2023. And I think that is not the right move, because I have not seen in the big moments that he can make plays himself. And I think you need to see if Trey Lance can do that, because you've not seen enough of Trey Lance. If he can do the stuff that he's projected to do, your offense ceiling goes way up and no one can stop you. No one can stop them if Trey Lance is what he's projected to be. So you have to give him a chance. And you traded 3 first-round picks for him. So how on earth are you just going to trade him away and say Brock Purdy's our guy? That will be one of the biggest mistakes in franchise history if they make that. I'm saying that right now. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. So what you do, you start Trey Lance, okay? You start him. In the start of the season, if it doesn't work out, look who's sitting back there. Brock Purdy, and you know it works. So you fall back on him. But if it does work, that offense is going to be unreal. Unreal. So to throw that away because you have a good game manager is nuts. I know I don't mean to be hating on Purdy like this. What he has done, he was the last pick in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, and he's been 6-0 so far, won a playoff game. That is amazing. Good for him. Not many people can do that, but you have to understand, in this offense, it is entirely quarterback friendly. We've had Nick Mullins look good in this offense. We've had CJ Beathard look really good in this offense. You have to be real when you're talking about quarterback talent. And I would have hoped that the 49ers would be a little smarter than that. Because you saw how mad Shanahan was watching Purdy do his thing and make these bad throws. He was not a happy guy. He was not. You need to see what you have in Trey Lance. You have to. Or you're doing your own team a disservice. And Trey Lance will succeed elsewhere and you will regret it. So yeah. All that to say, I have the Cowboys winning this weekend. Kind of a shocker, but I think their offense is playing pretty good. And I just think their defense will overwhelm the 7th round pick quarterback. And that'll start to come back down to earth. Would I be shocked if the 49ers win? Absolutely not. They have an amazing team. Scary defense. I can see Dak having a really bad game against this defense. So yeah, those are my picks. I went pretty bold with the Sunday games. I think I went pretty... I was pretty safe with the NFC games. Not the NFC games, the Saturday games. So I'm excited. I'm hoping to get this out Saturday morning. Maybe Friday night. We'll see. So yeah, let me know what you think. Give me your predictions. I would love to see them. Love to see how they pan out. And yeah, go Birds.